A lovely good evening, viewers. Welcome to today's edition of Nsaka. I'm CJ, that is going to be with you as your host, sitting in for Himba, and I'm sure Lance will be joining in as we go along. We are looking at marriage formula, and it is actually a series where we'll be looking at the journey to marriage, and we'll also be looking into the details of each and every stage that deals with marriage. So make sure you don't miss any episode. Make sure that you like and follow all our social media platforms so that we can move together. Tag along someone, share the feed right now, and let someone take part in today's discussion as they might learn one or two things. So today's episode, we are looking at dating, and we have our in-house counselor, Evangelist Herbert Shaabula, with us. Good evening, Evangelist. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Lance. And how are you? And how is everyone that is ready to listen to today's program?
We are doing great, Evangelist. It's a pleasure always having you, and we are looking forward to a great discussion as we are looking at dating. So to get started, we are going to hear from two ladies that said one or two things concerning dating. So director, please give us those two clips. You can play them back to back.
Hi, Mimi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm alright. How are you?
Fine. Are you dating?
Yes, I am.
What are your reasons for dating, and how long have you been dating?
Firstly, we've been dating for 7 years now. Then my reasons could be companionship and friendship.
Is that 7 years is too long?
If it leads to marriage, then yes. But for now, we both are focusing on our own goals.
Happy New Year. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Fine. Are you dating?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that's good. What are your reasons for dating, and how long have you been dating?
I've been dating for 5 years now. My reasons, that's a broad question, but I'll give maybe just a few answers. So one would be companionship, because obviously you don't want to be alone. For most people, some can manage, but personally for me. Also, I think just growing old with the person I'm with, because I actually consider him best friend is a bit much, because you obviously don't tell your partner everything. He's a friend, so it's easy. He makes it easy. So I guess that would be some of the reasons. Others would be financial reasons, in terms of just being able to be stable and just not play.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Well, we had those two ladies expressing reasons for dating. I can see Lance has joined us. Welcome, Lance. Good evening, and how's been the day?
Good evening, CJ. Good evening.
Lance, can you get me? Okay, great. Probably a connectivity issue there. To get right into it, Evangelist.
Yes. CJ, I want to say that those two clips I was able to get the first one. The second one, I didn't get what was said, especially the reasons for quoting. I didn't hear them. Is it okay that you can repeat them before I get into my details in here?
Okay, so one of the reasons she mentioned is companionship, just like the first one mentioned as well.
Hello?
I said one of the yes, Evangelist. One of the reasons is companionship.
Yes.
And also stability. Instead of just being around, but she mentioned stability.
Okay. That's okay. Yeah. First of all, CJ, I would like you to check me. I want to know whether you are getting me or my colleagues are getting me wherever they are. So if I lose my if I'm not audible, please let me know. But this is what I want to say about dating. First of all, the formula that we are going to take, which leads to marriage, it's a very, very important formula, which I would want to urge each one of us to participate fully and not miss one series. If you miss a series, it's like you miss a joint in a chain. When you miss a joint in a chain, then you break the chain. As a result, you will not be able to follow up to the conclusion of the matter. So I want to encourage each one of us to tune in and make sure that we also invite our friends, especially our relatives and the friends who are having struggles in their relationship, so that from this presentation up to the end, it should be able to help them and change their lives. Now, I start dating. The first step is dating. What is dating? Dating is a stage of romance, of romance relationship in which two individuals, two individuals they engage in an activity together, most often with the intention of evaluating each other's suitability as who, as a partner in a future intimate relationship. Their intention is to evaluate each other. You examine each other to see the suitability, whether this person is suitable for you, or you are suitable for him, or suitable for her, for your future intimate relationship. In other words, CJ and Lance and everyone else, we are talking about a relationship of two people. These two people, they decide, I will go for that person, and I want to tie my life to that person. But before I do that, I need to understand that person. I need to know that person, and then see if he will be stable, whether he's the suitable person for my future life as a husband or as a wife. So this is what it is. The purpose is for evaluation, to examine yourself, to test yourself. to understand whether this person that you want to tie your life to is the right person, is the correct person, is the right person who can be a father to your children. She can be a mother to your children. So this is what dating is all about. Now, you know, we date, when it comes to this issue of dating, we must know that there are also stages, you know, and these stages, they happen so fast as you decide to do. The initial one is meeting. You meet that person and you are attracted to that person. As you are attracted to that person, then you decide to talk to that person. Now, I've heard in that clip, CJ, Lance and everyone else, somebody dating for 7 years. If somebody dates for 7 years, then where is courtship? Where is courtship? It means 7 years of dating, there will be another 7 years for courtship. That will be 14 years. Then from there will be again 7 years for engagement. That is 21 years. Then the question is, how old are you, or both of you? And when do you get married? So what we had in the clip is actually not the correct way of doing things, because the period is too long. You do not court for 7 years. I mean, you do not date for 7 years. Now, dating is a short period, very, very short at all. Exactly, very, very short. What happens? First of all, you get attracted, you meet that person. It could be at church, it could be at the funeral, it could be in the shop, it can be on the bus, it could be at your school, it could be anywhere you meet. And when you meet that person, you get attracted. That attraction brings you to a dating relationship, meaning that now you're going to say, okay, let me find time to know that person better. Let me find a place to know that person better, so that I can talk to her, so that I can know her better. So when you, after you've decided to do this, you communicate to this person who you are attracted to, who you have met. You tell them, well, I would like to see you, and I would like us to sit somewhere and have a discussion so that we can talk in detail about you, so that I can know you better and you know me better. Then, when this happens now, then there will be curiosity. She will also want to, who is this one? Oh, this is Shaabula. Then from there she say, okay, I have interest. Now that interest can be also be infatuation. At this point is infatuation. Now, at this is second stage, it is also the lady who will be attracted. And then when she's attracted, some feelings will start building up. I call it infatuation. And most of it will be highly pronounced. Meaning that she will now desire also to say, yes, I think let me give it a trial. Let me meet this person. Now, all this thing is happening. Now, as it happens...
Sorry, Evangelist.
Yes.
Can you please just explain infatuation a bit, just for our viewers to have an understanding?
Okay. You know, when you meet a person for the first time, you cannot say that I've loved this person. You have not reached the level of loving. It is infatuation. In fact, infatuation is a state whereby you begin to like that person. You begin to feel for them. You would want to possess them, but you are not sure how to do it, and you don't know whether it can stick, and you don't know more about these people, about this person. So, but you have got a serious liking of that person. So that is infatuation, meaning that mutima wafuna wachoka uyu ni mukonda. But the issue is that sumuziba bwino bwino, because sumuziba bwino bwino sunga kambati ine mutima wansi wa sirira pali uyu. So the issue here actually is you have got what I would call the liking for that person, and you want to possess that person, to have that person, to live with that person. Now, when you get used to that person, you have talked, you have done whatever it is, then as you get married, that is when you begin now loving that person. Love is developed. I must repeat here, love is developed. But liking, you can like anything at first sight. Now, when this happens, we are talking about the outward appearance. You see that the outward appearance, no alina figure bwino, no aoneka bwino, the body type, aoneka munga ni bottle ya Coca-Cola, ya bwino is well shaped. You know, all this brings in what is called the infatuations. Then you look at the personality traits. No, we muskana in good manners, so I think she's the right person. Then later on, you begin to understand that person. Now, this is now the time that you say, I want asitika kumane ku Hungry Lion. Ku Hungry Lion on Sunday at 14 hours. Now, at this point, you have not proposed her. You have not proposed her. She has not accepted you. You are not a boyfriend. You are not a girlfriend. You are just friends or colleagues who are going to have a meeting so that we can get to know each other and be able to evaluate each other. And when you go there during this very time, because of time, when you go where you are going there, remember one, to take a bath. Take a proper bath. Be clean, be smart. Dress in your best. Because that is what you are going to, that's the impression that you are going to create. And even when you are going to separate, you will leave an impression on the mind of that person by the last attire that you wore. And brush your mouth. Clean your mouth. Make sure that your mouth is well brushed and you are smelling fresh. Do not apply too much perfume, but smell nice. And look alert, be physically fit, and be in your best mood. And when you go there, walk confidently, because you are trying to attract your colleague. If you are a lady, you must know that you are many who are competing for that position. If you are the gentleman, just know that you are not the only man in Zambia. There are many others. So look fit, look good, dress well, and go and meet that person. And get there on time. If it is 14 hours, be there 30 minutes before time, so that you can take a rest, so that when you meet him or you meet her, you do not collapse. Because meeting a person that you are interested in, the person you love, you can have some issues in the body that can cause you to fall, or fail to walk, or slip and fall to the ground. And sometimes you begin panting. What's ya kupema bwino, chifukwa love ya paka maningi. So kufunika wankala 30 minutes before time yabe mnamvana, so that mutima wankazi kika bwino bwino. And when you meet that person, you stand up, you stand up to receive that person. If you are a man, normally a man should always be number one. Invite muntu, so you must be there at the point where you are arranged in good time to welcome her. make sure that there's a seat and the seat is clean. And when she comes, you stand up, receive her, hold her by the hand, and pull the chair for her to sit and make sure that she's comfortable. Sibaende chapi ribbon and drama. Expecting that mkazi akagule ko chicken and chips. It's you, the man. You are the one who has made a date, and she's only invited. And when she comes there, you make sure that she's comfortable. She sits. Greet her and tell her you are happy that she has come. Appreciate her coming. She has left her work, her assignments, just to attend to you. Thereafter, find out what drink she would want to have or what food she would want to have. You don't know, maybe she has not eaten because she was rushing for you. So ensure that there's food. In most cases, ladies may not want to eat. They will ask for a drink. So what you do is tell her, say, I'm ordering 2 plates, one for you, one for myself. What foods do you want? So that she can have the courage to demand for what she wants and be able to tell you exactly what she wants, and then you can eat together. When the food is given, when the food is brought there, be the first one to eat it, so that you demonstrate to her that she's friendly to you, and you can sit and discuss. Then when you sit there, don't start talking about football. Don't talk about wrestling. Don't talk about the things that you like. Start talking about what you've come there for. Roll the ball. Tell her to have time to talk to you. So I thought that we should find time such as this one, so that we can talk about the things that concern us, about our future. So from there you can just begin to say, well, there are so many ladies around, but I think you have touched me. I feel, I can tie my life to yours, and I want you to be my lady, my girlfriend. Whatever ways you can use, there are different approaches for different people and different situations in which you are in. So you can use N words, good words. Do not exaggerate the love that you have for her. Be real. Because if you exaggerate, 2 weeks later, you will come to your normal position and she will stop hearing all those fun things you are talking about. So be real. And when you tell her that you love her, be sure that's the person that you fall in love with. So you will discuss. She will tell you this, she will tell you this and that, until she accepts. Now, do not force her to accept you. Let her accept you because she loves you. Do not start, taking out a lot of money so that she can see money and be able to accept you. Start showing her a watch, a very expensive watch that you have, or very expensive shoes that you have, or suit you have. It's not about the suit. It is about the mission of her being with you. So concentrate on that. After you've discussed this, you have agreed. Normally, ladies, they are taught not to accept a man there and then. When she tells you, no, I'm not interested in this because I'm at school, I'm so what and what. Sometimes it's not true that she doesn't love you. In other words, she's trying to say, can you say more about yourself? Can you convince me that you are the right person for me? Can you bring out all facts that affect you or that concern you? Or convince me that it is only you that can be husband to me? So these are some of the issues. Sometimes, if you are very good, if you are a champ in proposing, you end up, actually, sealing a deal with her that day. She can accept and say, yes, I'm ready for you. Yes, you can be my boyfriend. Or if not, okay, let me think about it, and or let's talk about this thing someday. So, if she tells you that you accept it, then from there, the next thing, you separate. And maybe at that time, when you meet, the next time we meet, if you did not conclude the matter, you make another date until it's concluded. After she has agreed, the date ends. You are not dating anymore. It means that now you are saying, okay, this being the case, you have accepted, she has accepted, then you will be talking about, okay, can we bring this matter to the attention of our parents or our relatives or our people that take care of us where we are? Or if we are not, if you don't stay at somebody's home or it's your own house, then you can say, let me inform my relatives. And your relatives are informed. You tell them, there's this lady, there's what and what, whatever it is. And I would want actually know to quote here. Then after this is done, you have agreed, then you can introduce her to your relatives. When your relatives accept whatever it is, then that's when you begin your courtship. Now, this is another stage that we're going to talk about later. But the issue is, dating is a short event between you and the lady, or between you and the gentleman that wants to get married to you. He wants to propose you. The intention here is to propose you to accept him. And then from there, when you meet, you begin now even evaluating whether you are suitable, you are the suitable person for the marriage. So that is dating, and that is how it goes. At this point, I invite contributions or questions. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Evangelist, for that elaborate explanation. So, my first question would be, what would be the minimum age that you recommend one to start dating?
According to the Marriage Act of the laws of Zambia, kept 50. The Marriage Act kept 50 of the laws of Zambia. It is 21 years old. 21 years. 21 years. 21 years. Now, this is a period, it is assumed that by this age, you have done your Form 5, or you've done your secondary school education. And after you've done that, you can court. So the right age is actually 21 years old. Better if it is done around the 24, 25 years. Because by then you have gone through the university and now you are ready, to settle with somebody.
Okay, great. So you said 21 years. That is for dating.
Yes.
But we see a lot of young people, 16, 17, and it's very common. What is your take?
Those who date around the age of 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, if you are to follow those relationships, in most cases, they don't mature into a marriage. Most of them don't mature into a marriage because the mind is too young. They do not know how to handle relationships. Relationships are hectic. There are times when you have to handle serious matters, serious differences in your relationships. So your relationship requires the maturity, and you need to decipher. You need to understand what you are doing. The age of 17 years, 18 years, it is not the right age because you are still young. In most cases, those, they do not end into marriage. In most cases, it is pregnancies and also separations. they just end in the thin air because the people that are involved are not mature and they are not ready. And in most cases, they have not prepared for their marriage. They have no home, they have no income, they have no bed, they have no house. There's nothing that will support their marriage. Because marriage, it is not all about having an erection of the penis. It is not about the lady having, done her menstrual. That's not it. Marriage is all about the mind. Are you able to handle serious issues of marriage, serious problems, serious misunderstandings in a marriage, difficult situations? That is why the Marriage Act spells 21 years. By that time, you have reached an age where you are able to understand the things. So the age of 17, 18, to say that you are dating, it means that you have not even gone to school. You are not ready. So if you have gone to school, it means you didn't even pass. So you are not ready.
But Evangelist, isn't there a provision that allows for consent for one to get married, for example, at 18 years? Isn't there a provision for that? And if there's that provision...
Yes, that provision is there, and it's not 18, but 20.
Oh, 20.
It is 20 years old, not 18. Because 18, you are still in school.
But kudala kwenzeri be wakudala sipenzo kwatira na ma 16 ma 17.
Yes, that time there was no school. So when I went to school, that's why even initiation ceremony, but I could get her for 6 months at the Muchisungu. Bamuvinira, Bachita Branch, whatever, 6 months at the Munyumba. Because they were not going to school. Nowadays, you can't keep somebody, Muchisungu, whatever, Munyumba, for 6 months. It means that person will not go to school. So the issue here, I'm talking about the present status. The present status is that, you cannot keep somebody that period.
Great. So my next question would be, when it comes to dating, because like you said, you're just getting to know the other person. Is it okay for a person to have to date several people within the same period?
It is like somebody wants to chase 2 rabbits at the same time. The 2 rabbits, he sees them. The other one runs in the northern direction. The other one in the southern direction. And you want to catch both of them at the same time. Oh, my son, it is impossible for you to catch any of them. You will lose both. Because you don't know what to do. So you cannot get 4 girls, 5 ladies at the same time. Because you'll be confused. Each one will have her own tastes. Each one will be good in certain areas. You will not know what to do. So the best thing is get one person at a time. One person at a time. Because that will give you time to concentrate on your relationship, to improve it and make it better. Excuse me. So that is what you need to do. It is not right to date so many at a go. You will not know who is the right person.
So you also mentioned that dating shouldn't be done over a long period of time. So what period do you recommend for dating? 1 month, 2 months, and why do you recommend that particular period?
Because dating dating, actually, it is, as I said, it is a time in which you are going to ask for a relationship. You want to join that person. In other words, you are going to propose her. You propose her, she accepts. So at least within 1 month, that must be done. After that, then you move to another level. That is engagement. You know? So that's in other words, you move to courtship. Then from there, you engage that person. Yes, you say, this is the person that I want to get married to. So it should not be long. And let me hasten to say that even in marriage, your relationship should not take more than 2 years. You are still you are still engaged. No, this is an engagement for 2 years. I'm courting for 2 years. No. Within that period, you should get married. If you are courting for too long, it is either you do not live together, the other person stays in another town or in another country. Because of this distance, it means that you have not known each other well. So you are trying to know each other well. That's why the period is extended to 3 years. But not more than 3 years that the courting a chabe, no, I'm still courting. Kulipe, wakangi wa kwati yo. Ngati wakangi wa kwati ya musiye mwana abene, wakwati ya wabini serious. And that is why the other point is that, you know, when you are in a relationship, both of you must know what you are doing. From the time you get, she proposes you start moving. You should be able to know when you are going to get married, when the kitchen party will be, when the wedding will be. That must be known. For example, I'm courting my wife here, Mukinta. You know, I should be able to say, okay, the purpose of wanting you is for you to be my wife. I want you to be my wife. Then she will know that this relationship is not about sex only. It's not about, you know, kwenda muhandi lioni, kwenda kuja mawinzi ya nkuku na ma chips. This thing should lead to the altar for marriage. She must know that. After she has known that now, it is when will this be? You should be able to know when this marriage is going to take place. Then you say, I think 2 years from now, we should get married. So you set, both of you set the date, the period. It's 2 years. Even whatever you are doing, both of you, you know that the target is 2 years. It will not be more than that. So meaning that you are, as you are moving towards the 2 years, you are also making preparations. These preparations means you are also working on Lobola, you are working on your house or the rentals. You want to buy a bed, you want to buy a fridge, you want to buy a TV set, you want to buy what and what in this period. Then you are also putting money aside for your wedding in that 2 years. But most ladies, you know, CJ and the Lance and the rest of the people, if you ask them, iwe mzakwati analit asiniziva chua mumuna karibe ukamba niwe mena kamba kwa ile mkazi ni upuba because at the end of the day the gentleman is going to walk away you can remember ya mumuna chichi azanuza iwe wame mkazi it is you who is supposed to be married you are many who should be interested to know when this marriage will be. And you even tell him, you have to marry me within a period of 2 years. If you are not interested to get out of this place,
by peace.
You know what will happen? Just like that.
For free.
For free.
Yeah, Evangelist.
No, it's not for
Lance has managed to come through. Lance, please, you can go ahead. It's good to have you. I've seen you've really struggled with connectivity. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, CJ. It's good to be back. Hopefully now I'm audible enough. Am I?
Yes, you are loud and clear.
Okay, awesome. Ah, Evangelist, that you must know within 2 years. Yeah, you can go Evangelist. But anyway, we're talking about dating. Since we are talking about dating now, Evangelist, when a man decides to start dating a woman, like you are saying, you must have everything planned when you are engaging, when you are marrying, and all this and that.
Yes.
What happens in a space where you woman and then she says no, we can't get married in the space of 3 years, it's just too early, at least tankanakoka 4 or 5 years filia, so that we get to know one another better, was the flaws of the other person. How do you deal with such a situation?
Okay. That is Lancy, is an indication that she's not ready for you. She just accepted to be in a relationship, but not ready for marriage. You know, there are people that are ready for a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship, yes, sex only, but they're not ready for marriage relationship. One, what is it? Why is she not ready? Is she still at school? If she's still at school, it means she's not ready. She has entered into an avenue where she's not supposed to be. So if there is something that is disturbing her or that is taking her time, then she should not get into a relationship of that.
CJ, you are on mute.
Okay, I don't know if Evangelist has dropped off. Can you
I
hear
think
him?
so,
Or
because
maybe
I can't hear him. No, I can't hear
okay.
him as well. I think he has dropped off. But anyway,
Yeah,
this
probably.
is an interesting this is an interesting topic, and for you, our dear viewers, it would be nice of you to come through, join us into the studio. The studio link has been shared with you. Join us into the studio. Let's have this conversation as we are discussing marriage formula, and of course, marriage formula, which is the issue of dating. So this is part one. You start with dating, and then you move into the other steps that you're supposed to move in. And our guest this evening is Evangelist Shaabula. As you know, he is a marriage counselor, and he's been a counselor for over 30 years. Therefore, you know that from experience of what he has achieved in his role as a marriage counselor has been shared with you. It would be nice to have you into the studio. But you leave a comment as underneath that this broadcast right here. Evangelist, welcome back. Evangelist.
Number you have dialed is busy. Please try again later.
Okay. All right. We do apologize for that. However, we are trying by all means to make sure that Evangelist is back on the program as we are discussing marriage formula, and this time about dealing with the first phase of the marriage formula, which is dating. So if you are in this stage of dating, or you want to get into this stage of dating and you're thinking of marriage, it would be nice of you to join us on this particular live broadcast. either by joining us into the studio, or better still, by coming through, leaving a comment, leaving your thought, leaving your share on this particular broadcast. Remember, we are coming to you live both on Facebook as well as YouTube, and not forgetting on Twitter. And of course, if you are new to the family, we welcome you. We say thank you for joining the Ubuntu family. And every Thursday, we bring to you Nsaka. And of course, it comes your way every Thursday from 20 to 30 hours. And you are welcome. Evangelist, do we have you back? All right. It seems Evangelist is still going through some network challenges. Today has been hectic. CJ, I think my mbuyas from the north are doing wonders. Apart from taking away power, they're also taking out our network so that we can go and beg them. You are on mute, CJ.
Yeah, not load shedding plus network issues. What a combination.
Yeah, imagine. But anyway, you know, I'm looking at the topic and looking at quite a number of people that you know, I would say my age, or, you know, reaching the age of trying to get married or to marry. And this is a very important topic for all of us, especially if you are single. It's a very important topic for all of us. But hey, before we get any further, let's get to go on a short break, and then we'll be back on the other side. Remember, you can come through by either clicking on the link or leaving a comment.
Is a tradition that man, or indeed a human being, is born in. Naturally, we are born with Ubuntu. We live with it. We come into this world with that.
Ubuntu ninshira iyo abantu basenderamo ifyo umuntu afwiri okuba n'efyo afwiri okukita n'efyo afwiri okwikaliramo Ubuntu.
Chitemiko, Ubuntu mutende.
Ubuntu nikukhala pamoja. Ubuntu nikusamala. Ubuntu nikukondana.
The desire to contribute to positive changes within rural communities is my strong motivation to work hard for my society. For me, that is Ubuntu.
Ubuntu means humbleness. Ubuntu means humility. Ubuntu means love.
Ubuntu is, I'm a person because of a person. I'm actually a person. I'm who I am because of who we are.
What Ubuntu means to me is the ability to look at the need.
All right, welcome back, our dear viewers. We are happy that you have joined us this particular evening. And of course, we are still discussing marriage formula, looking at the first step, which is dating. Our guest this evening is Evangelist Shaabula. Evangelist, welcome back.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. So before we went on a break and before internet rudely disconnected you, you were explaining on why, you know, it should at least pafunga pankarako ka delay. Why there should be an excuse of a delay in marrying or marriage after mwangena munkani ya courtship na dating?
Yeah, now come up at this marriage yatenga 5 years, 7 years. You are still dating. It means chone sa tukulivuto wakati pano wabi. So the best thing itakuti iwe wamene uli na vuto ngatiwe mkazi ngati uona tufuza uzakafuna kukwatiwa after 5 years usavomele because you are going to waste time yangu zako because as serious afuna change kwa mkali kitchen party na vichanchani bonse na wedding bonse maybe you are not ready until 5 years whatever it is. No, that is joking. So the issue is that if you are not ready, don't get into it. Because everything, the marriage must take place in 2 years' time. And that 2 years is enough for you to know my weaknesses or my flaws, the flaws of that person. All those things. So you don't have to wait at was this start as if you're studying biology. At 5 years,
my evangelist, you know, kulina ma situations yenangu evangelist yakutanje okay yamene yo muri yeyo kuti 2 years muntu afunika akwatira wa akwatiriwa ninga ngati yapezeka muri yo 2 years wapeza wawina free scholarship ya ku school kuti either ufuna endo faka ko mapunziro pamwamba au ufuna ochinja line of work, then wapeza scholarship ya kuti njo 3 years everything paid for you for free. Should you continue, should you say awe kai mutwezi mfunko kwatiriwa so because kwa bwerai then I cancel when you love this person, or what's the best way?
Now iyonkani ya bwera after it means that ya bwera after you were already in the process of wanting to get married. So Pamela Paja, you should go to school. That one is a special case. It will be treated differently. And your friend will also understand that I end of school. So let my husband to be go to school. Then I can say school to Nakwatiran. And when you do that, please be truthful. Be honest that at the end of that period, you get married to the same person. Then we go to school, we can see the degree, or Wamukana will win. At no, you will be a degree. That's what you have a degree. Those are some of the problems that people face. But the issue is that there's nothing wrong going to school. Go to school, the relationship can continue. Then, but at the end of the day, marry that person who you vowed you're going to marry. Then you had no thing to open the if I need in the Kulamira in my degrees. That is most unfortunate.
All right. So, but Evangelist, maybe since because of network somehow somewhere, the question I'm about to ask, maybe CJ would have asked it, or you might have dealt with it. But for the sake of me and obviously the viewers that have just joined us, what is the importance of marrying within a short period of time, ngati mwambo dating? What is the importance? What are the advantages?
One, it demonstrates the maturity. It means that you had, even before you decided to propose that lady, your mind was ready for it, for the marriage. And two, it means that you had prepared yourself in terms of finances for the wedding and also issues of things that you need to buy in the home, the bed, the what and what. You had prepared. All those are advantages. And two, you are marrying when your love is still at the peak, it's too high. Then you get married because naye kwatirako suona banzako bangono bako bose bakwatiriwe or marrying which is not right. So it just shows that you were not ready for it. So it is better period ya chepako. Because sometimes you can tell permanent, so you are going to end up seeing wrong things which are not even there. Or you can create impatience in your relationship and you can create problems. So that is it.
Evangelist, what of vamina master to agwirire koche msikana kakonda kagero, but they don't have things in place, they are not working, but adina vision, then I am by dating evira niza panga as we go on. For example, in the clip, that lady was saying, I don't know, they've been dating for 7 years, and then currently they are focusing on education and personal development. You see,
that's what it means. Yes. But we have to get an akula kudara, that is the pakipa, by age you kwatira nayo. You will never so you in confusion. That's marriage. I just want that's what I said. You must have chances.
You know, because you know, Evangelist, I've seen this happening in a lot of churches where young people are dating, okay, and you find parents are even okay with it, from even as low as 17, 18. When I am but my relationships.
Yeah, the parents can be okay, but the law does not allow them. As I put it before, it is 21 years old. You are expected to have gone to school. 21 years old. 17, 18, 19. You are too young. As I said, these are marriages which end in a divorce and in separation. This is why they fight a lot. They start fighting because there's no sugar. Because there's no what and what. They don't have the capacity to reason like mature people. So that marriage of young people will always have problems. People will always be sitting. It's because they got married without experience, without understanding what they are doing. They don't know how to resolve these marital problems. So maturity gives you the ability to handle high voltage problems in the marriage. So that's what you need.
Okay. Lance.
Okay, so Evangelist, me, I'm still coming back to the issue of 2 years. Evangelist, don't you, okay, just not really for some reason, but don't you think 2 years is just like, too little for one to put everything in place? There's a saying that a human being can pretend for a whole year. Now, how do you have guarantee that you've known this other person you want to marry and they haven't been pretending the whole year or the whole 2 years? Because I think, real characters are shown in marriage. So at least if you prolong from 2 years, you'll be able to see. So after all, you're just dating, or kwake, meeting at that time.
Lance, it is not true that you need a longer period for you to know the flaws of the other person, the weaknesses of the other person, and the strengths. No. It is how close you are. It's ngati munkala pamozi. For example, nthawi zambiri imwe munkala kuchilenje naye musikana ankala kuchilenje mukumana nthawi zonse you are together, you will be able to know the weaknesses of that person. Problem yangu kuti mwamuna ankala kumazabuka musikana ali mu Nsaka. It's difficult to know my weaknesses of that person because of the distance and the kusawonekera. You don't meet each other. So your courtship period will be longer. So if when you are getting married, it is important to get to know each other, meaning that you have to meet regularly, visit regularly, discuss regularly. When you do that, you will have a short period of courtship because you already know each other. Number two, you talked about preparation. We don't prepare ourselves only after we have started dating with a lady. You start, for example, if I want to get married, what am I going to do? What and what. Even before I start proposing a lady, there must be what I would call the basics. That must be in my hands. The basics. So when you've got the basics, by the time she accepts you to be married, you'll be adding to the basics so that you form a very strong, marriage relationship. So that's how it is.
Great. Viewers, please feel free to just click on the link and then be part of the conversation that we're having. We really much want to interact with you. Now, Evangelist, what are the things that, for example, a young man should look out for at the dating stage? Akaangana musikana. What are the things that a young man, the key things that a young man should be looking at?
Lance, that's a very strong question, a very, very good question, very, very important. And I want people to listen. Thank you for asking that intelligent question. What to look for in a mate?
So sorry, Evangelist. So I mentioned, sorry to interrupt you. I mentioned the young man, but also please tackle the lady side so that we are able to balance what a young man should look at and what a young lady should look at. Thank you.
Yes. Actually, to me, any question that you ask me, I'm looking at both sides, not one side. Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, I was saying this is a very good question because it affects both the lady and also the gentleman. What to look for? Number one, first of all, when you see a lady, you don't see her heart. You see her body appearance, the body features, the body shape. That's what you see. First of all, she must look good. She must be attractive. She must be a good seed, some seeds, pure seeds, so that when you are going to have children, the children will either look like you, the mother, or look like you. You will that is what you need to do. Number two, to look for her behavior, character. Is she a kind person? Is she a rough person? Is she a moody person? Is she a cheerful person? When you discuss a thing and talk things, does she easily get angry? Does she lose her temper easily? or is she long suffering? When you meet, does she keep time? Does she tell lies? Does she tell the truth? Then from there, how is her relationship with her siblings, with her relatives, with her parents? When there's a problem, you have got a problem yourself as a boyfriend or girlfriend, is he at hand to help? Does he get concerned with your suffering, with your problems, with your needs? Does she, does he? What about when you've got a funeral? Does she even come to attend your funeral? Does he come to help when there's need for her to help? It's very, very important. Does she go to church? Or does she drink beer? Does she smoke? Is she a prostitute? Is he a womanizer? All these are things that you need to understand. Is she industrious? Hardworking. Is he industrious? Hardworking. That you ladies, that Mwamuna, your boyfriend, by 9 years of 9 hours or 10 hours, after I've come to see you. When the people are waiting, never have a warning. That's so that the chapel is just a rascal. Don't get
He's in love. He's in love.
Then the gentleman is not considered to be a sort of machine. You are supposed to be working. You're not supposed to be working at that time. So ladies, watch out. If such a boyfriend of yours comes kuma 10 hours, ask him, what are you supposed to be doing? Are you not supposed to be working? They were like, no, but then what about me? Because I'm supposed to go I'm supposed to take care of the family. So these are things that we need to look for. And also change. That is not one, that person is not honest about change. He will also not be honest. So be careful. That's what we look for. Thank you.
Thank you, Evangelist. A follow-up I have on that one. So at the dating phase, if you notice the other party demands yamba kupaka, for example, the lady can be demanding material things. Vomgurira vapaka. How do you handle that situation? Is it a warning? Is it something that can be worked on?
First of all, CJ, relationships cost money. Relationships cost money. 2, relationships cost time. 3, relationships cost resources. Material resources. Ngati in a girlfriend and in a vuto, you have a responsibility to help her with money if it requires money. And you have to spend money to make sure that she's assisted here and there. You can't say that we must have money in drama when she needs help from you. If you are a poor man or need a drama,
so Evangelist, are you saying you don't have money, don't you?
We need to put it aside.
My pizza every day. My pizza and I'm hungry lion every day.
No, you mean I think analiankala kwa watatu bake na mai bake azinkalira manje unamwe ambaweka chati. So if you're going to be together, she will expect to eat, isn't it? Since you Mulibe Nyumba the only place we have got to go is a neutral ground. That's where you need to go. So, if you are not able to do that, if you're a poor man,
now, Evangelist. Manja Evangelist. Now, Evangelist, if I flip the coin now, if it's the guys, we're going to start demanding sex, manje. So, apo manje, apo inkara bwanji manje.
No, we don't give money. There's no sex for sale. Shaabula is a sex. She's not selling sex. She's merely asking you for a service. It is a service that you are giving her. By virtue of you being a boyfriend. That's what it is. You know, CJ, I still repeat. Ngati mlibe ndalama wa nyamata. Basi yeye ni wana.
So I ask that because we see
when you meet this girl, when the umugona, when the umutunja vimadoti vako, amanje azasamba bwanji, namanzi without soap, namanzi without kusamba chate, without perfume, namaroon ulibe. Just because you live in drama, I want this. I know you are condemning too. Drama, she's demanding too much. No, that's not it. Any man that is not able to support any relationship should not get into it because you are poor. Because courtship, relationships, they cost money. That's how it is.
So Evangelist, we see these things happen when the man starts sponsoring and flowering the young lady with money and all these other things. Whenever konkapo, sex is usually demanded. So, in such circumstances, what is your advice?
No, when you don't have, you tell her you don't have. In the meantime, assure that when you find, you do something. In the meantime, it's not all the time you have money. Sometimes you cannot have money. Even the lady herself, she will read your mood. Because that's when I come about that when you go for dating, don't start splashing money. As I can do, you are dating back from Zambia governor. So the issue is that don't splash a lot of money. Splash a lot of wisdom as if you will not money. So she will demand if you show her money.
So now, Evangelist, for the lady, those that have found in a predicament whereby the man is always demanding for sex, can they provide and they supply?
No. A wise lady will tell you, you are giving this money, you must know that in the market, sex. The issue here is that you are giving me this money because of you are doing this to me as a girlfriend, not for sex, but because you are maintaining me as a girlfriend. A person that you want to marry, eventually you are aiming for marriage. Because if somebody says, come and sleep with me because I'm giving you money, I'm spending a lot of money, then that person is not ready for marriage. This is why you need to quit. It's a red flag. The warning is that everything So
at friends with benefits.
So such a person cancel the relationship. Chokamo is a useless chap.
Umbera Lance at Kuribati friends with benefits.
And don't give a lady money so that she can be opening her legs for you. No. Give her money because you love her and you want her to have a better life so that when you marry, you know, you will be able to unite together freely and do things as husband and wife. Not because of sex. Naimwe bakazi ngati wapeza momona tawo zonse each time mukakumana after sex azikunyenga. It means uyu munyamata uyu is not after you. Is after sex. That's all. After when you are going to be pregnant, when there will not be sex, you will go somewhere for sex again. So it is an eye opener. Umuntu amena konda sex too much. Sex uzaka ipeza mukakwatira. Futi ukakwatira izaka ukanga chifua all the time you'll be with that lady. So no matter how strong you are, uzaka poncha, uzaka sira. Even me muzione satia ine no I can do rounds here and round. Ulibe vile movie chachapi because the once in a while. Manje wakuta kuka kuona naye mubeni ama kukira kufikia.
Wako.
Ask those who are married. So it is once in a while.
Wow, but Kai, anyway, since you stick pali kalipangania dating from Evangelist, like you on the question that for or what more like the qualities that you are looking for in this lady or in this man. You mentioned quite a number of them. Now, how do you notice?
How do you notice what?
I think network yaruwa now with Lance. Lance.
What?
I think Lance connectivity. We've kind of lost him. So Evangelist. Tambwenda ma dying minutes. So for dating phase for many hapa. Is it okay to lay out all your plans for dating phase, or maybe you wait in the next phase courting?
Other issues there will be other issues they will go into courting instead of dating. When you are courting, that is when you will be summarizing now issues. The rest will come during dating because of the period. So that's what needs to be done. During that time when we are dating, that's when you'll be saying, okay, and this is how we want to bring up to our children. Younger, on the Catholic, on Chan, then this is the kind of life that we want to live. It will be done. That will be done during courtship.
Okay. Then, Pamene Chikalibe Kushta conclude. What are the things Venamunga Kambati? If you see this during dating, run away. Visiye.
Number one, that waona mwamuna acha demand the sex, run away.
Non-negotiable.
Demanding for sex, run away. Akakupata mimba azatava. Number two, a partner who tells lies, a liar, run away. Number three, a partner who slaps you. Akuchaka mbama. Next time mtaza kuchamba ataka tenga knife. Kukulasa. Run away. Then the other one, a drunkard partner. Run away. Ataka kuvuta. Omea nchazozi akumwa mwomani. You'll be in trouble. Then the other one, a lazy partner. Run away from that such a person because you bring poverty. Then the other one, a person who talks too much and is gossiping about other people and does not talk about the issues of development. Run away from such a person. And so on and so forth. Hello? 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 we must understand that dating is a stage of romantic relationship in which two individuals engage in activity together, most often with the intention of evaluating each other, so that you find out whether the person is suitable as a partner in your future intimate relationship. So this is just mwenda muzipima koti kuningankali naye mumoyo wanga koti angankali mamuna wanga koti angankali mkazi wanga koti uyu mkazi angankali bamayi bake bana banga koti uyu angankali tate wabana banga koti uyu tingasunge naye banja naye mankalido yako ali bwanji mutima wake uli bwanji kodi alina chifundo koti afumiza kukalipa koti ni wanchito koti ali clean koti uyu muntu sanama uyu muntu akonda nwandeo o nikawalala o ni chakora chape o ni muhule chape. So all these things are things that you have to find out during the period of dating, so that if these bad ones are not there, then that person will be suitable for him to be a husband or a wife to you. So this is very, very important. And this period of dating, it should be worked by both people, the gentleman and the lady. You go to a private place where you can meet and sit and discuss as equals. Then after that, you must, before you can accept it, bye-bye. Thank you.
Viewers, we sincerely apologize for the break in transmission. We're having quite a number of technical challenges due to the power, the load shedding situation. It has been a great program. Thank you for being part of tonight's episode where we're looking at dating. Please make sure you don't miss the upcoming episodes because we look at other different aspects in